and welcome to a special edition of Inside Africa. Now this week we're looking at Africa on film, how the continent is depicted by documentary makers. Still ahead on Inside Africa.
People's heads being chopped off and boiled and ears and noses being chopped off, it was overwhelming. So that instant I wrote the song For You Gulu.
It was an anthem of hope that turned into a documentary. When we return, we'll introduce you to one woman who drew attention to a long-ignored African conflict. You're watching Inside Africa. Welcome back. The civil war in northern Uganda continued for more than 2 decades before last year's ceasefire. But as the Lord's Resistance Army and government troops fought each other to a standstill, many Ugandans simply got on with their everyday lives. Angella Katatumba helped change that. Her recently released song and documentary has become the anthem of hope for a conflict that is now hopefully on the road to resolution. Our Nick Valencia spoke to her in Kampala.
This is for you, Gulu, to let you know we care and pray for you, Gulu.
You're listening to the anthem that helped wake up a nation.
Angella
Katatumba's song, For You Gulu, and the documentary that accompanied it, has generated awareness and much-needed aid for Uganda's war-ravaged northern district of Gulu, a mere 3-hour drive from the Ugandan capital where she was raised.
We always grew up hearing there was fighting in the north, but we never knew it was that serious. When I went on the internet, I was shocked to see people's heads being chopped off and boiled and ears and noses being chopped off. It was overwhelming. So that instant, I wrote the song For You Gulu.
Katatumba became involved with Gulu through a Canadian NGO working on a fundraising initiative called the Gulu Walk. Overnight, she went from musician to humanitarian. In the process, she has helped raise over $4 million in aid for the devastated community. The last 21 years in Gulu have been filled with violent clashes between government forces and Uganda's main rebel group, the Lord's Resistance Army. At least 2 million people in the region are still displaced.
My role is more like to encourage people, to let the people in the north know that there is hope. There is somebody from the west of Uganda who could actually help us in the north of Uganda.
The 27-year-old Katatumba says she inherited her passion for helping people from her father, Bani H. Katatumba, Uganda's honorary consul of Pakistan.
He always says to me, you know what, Angie, as a musician, you can even die tomorrow because at least you've left something, something positive. You've left your music, that's positive. You have left, your Gulu initiative is positive. It's impacted some people's lives. So at least if I did die, I know that it's little, but I have done a little to build my country's progression.
The war in Gulu seems to have stopped for now, but Katatumba's work is far from over. She has booked international events to showcase her documentary and raise even more money for peace in the region. And with her angelic voice, Angella Katatumba makes certain the people of Gulu will never be forgotten. Nick Valencia, CNN, Kampala, Uganda.
And coincidentally, this Saturday was the International Gulu Walk Day. So if you took part in it, congratulations, send us your photographs. And that's a wrap as we end our look at documentaries around the African continent. And I must just say a special thank you to the organisers of the International Black Docu-Fest in Atlanta. Their great lineup of films inspired this programme. Drop us an email and let us know what you thought about the show. Our email address is insideafrica@cnn.com.